Hi, welcome to this video on my Raspberry Pi with LED play. Last time I started an attempt to start the Python site on the Raspberry Pi 1 by use of the system command. However, that didn't quite go as intended, so I want to investigate more about that, and let's first see how this still ends up. First I have to give my password. And this is again the site on this Raspberry, which is the Raspberry Pi 2. And although it nicely changes directory to Pi on the Raspberry Pi 1, this command, this message indicates that it doesn't work. And here you can see cd to Pi home directory, state which directory it is, which happens here, and then sudo python etc etc, and then this comes. So why would that happen? Would it be because you don't enter a password? Well, let's find out about that. So this is the same command, but indeed on Raspberry Pi 1 side, and you don't need to give a password. And if you look here, you see the Raspberry Pi 1 side working. If you look closely, yes. However, where does this message come from? And then of course I mean this message. So it is time to have a closer look to that. There are two options that I find that I can use. I will try both. First of all, I might use -t to avoid sudo from asking a password. Oops. And then I will have to recompile. And of course end this program on this side. So let's try and see what happens. And there something nice happens. It works. Although it does ask for a password, it does run. So when I go here and see which program runs, then I do see that the program actually does run. So how did this work for me? I will, and this I didn't think of because I want to use my own program as well, and that seems not to be running. So this gives thought about how to use this. within this program. So right now I get all output from the RPi1 on the RPi2. And as you can see here, it does run. Connection closed. Okay. Is it still running? Well, here it is running, but here it doesn't anymore. So, what I can do, let's end this program for now. And I might use the ampersand, which means run in the background. So let's see how this works out. What does happen now? Does it still run? No, it doesn't run. So this does not work as intended. Let's quit it. So the ampersand does not have the intended idea. Does this run? Yes, it does. And also with the ampersand, so it just runs. So that gives a little bit of mystery why it doesn't work like this. That I will have to find out. But I'm a step closer. I noticed something remarkable, which is that if you look here, it is running while I have not running this program. Looking at the RPi1 side, it's running. In itself not special, were it not that I have cancelled the program. Not just once, here as well, and here as well, and here as well. So instead of actually stopping, for some reason it just goes on. So now I am very curious what happens if I start my program here. Okay, it closes. Now it's stopped. Here it still goes on. So let me just remove this. Oops. Compile again. And see what happens now. Okay. Password. Another time for the password. And see, it is already in use. And now I've closed the SSH again, and you can see here that the program is just keeping running, but so does it here. But if you look here at the LEDs, you don't see anything, and that is very odd, because that means that the program does not work somehow or another. And now see, it just continues. So I will do something more drastical. Open a new window, look for the process idea of, and there I see that it is something others. Now I'm curious, which process will stop will stop this? So I say, let's use 59. Operation not permitted. Alright. Because it is root. It should say terminated here, but it doesn't yet. So, and yet everything is terminated. Yes, now it is terminated. So I wonder why that is. And let's terminate it on this side as well. So apparently I can't just run it from this side and have it its own run despite the ampersand I put there, and let it continue. And that is just too bad. What I of course can do again is say, okay, let me open a tab this time. And then open the connection to the other one, just now manually, and I just run it. So what I first have to do though is commenting this one out. Compiling. Yes sir. And now let's say enter, enter, and that's 1 second difference, give or take. And let's closely watch this. so-called live camera action. Is this actually working? As far as I can see, it does, but I don't see all the LEDs burning. Ah, it was hidden exactly behind it. Then it's hard to see. There you go. But as you can see, even that 1 second difference apparently was a problem in starting everything. And okay, now they all stop. Yes. So let's give it a try again. This time starting this one first and then the other one. Let's see what happens. So let's start from the RPi1 side. And again, this is about 1 second difference. And it looks like right now they are going one side 1 second delayed. Will it stay that way? Let's observe for a bit. So far nothing wrong. The only problem is that in this way there is no way to actually start them at the same time, and I still want that for the earlier mentioned reason that only then, when started at the same time, you can actually choose, you can actually make the inputs on one side get the outputs of the other side. And computers are picky. Closed is closed, late is late. So in order to make something work, I'll have to find a different solution, which I have to find yet. So far it looks still like 1 second delay doing exactly the same, not speeding up anything. So I'm afraid that this idea is not going to work yet. I'm not giving up. But in this exact form, the answer is no. And that is just a pity, so to say. Is there another way? I don't know, I have to find out. But this was the topic for now, with a slight option that indeed solves the TTY and ask password problem. The ampersand didn't work out at all, despite being a valid option in Linux and Unix. So for the rest I can't say much, except thank you for watching, and next time new options, new possibilities, new chances. So again, thanks for watching, and to be continued.